All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please find your seats, the program is just about to start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please help me welcome to the stage our President and CEO of the Autism Alliance of Michigan, Dr. Colleen Allen. Big round of applause.
Welcome, everyone. Give it a second for everyone to find their seats. Well, I thought I would be excited getting up here tonight, but I have not been in front of this many people in a really long time. 3 years, it's way too long. Well, we're very excited to be in person and to have you tonight. Before I get started, I'd like to recognize our notable dignitaries and elected officials who are in the audience tonight. So first is our Lieutenant Governor, Garland Gilchrist. The mayor of this great city, I think he's here, Mike Duggan. Our Oakland County Executive, Dave Coulter. Congresswomen, Debbie Dingell and Alyssa Slotkin. Representative Julie Calley. I think Julie's here somewhere. Bishop Edgar Van. And the chair of Wayne State University's Board of Regents, Mark Gaffney. Judge Mark Plawecki. And last but not least, this guy I know a little bit about, Judge David Allen. The last time we gathered here, we were celebrating 10 years of accomplishments. And we're so proud of our first decade. But we've spent the last 2 years planning for the next 10. Many of you here tonight may not know our history, and I'm just going to give you the short version. In 2009, two corporate executives, Dave Meter and Steve D'Arcy, came together under a common family experience. And today, thousands of families in Michigan, including many of you in this room, are better off as a result. Both of their families had been touched by autism, and these men decided it was time to change the status quo and remove those obstacles standing in the way badly needed assistance for our families. That was the year that the Autism Alliance was born and an advocacy movement was ignited. We're a collective of stakeholders across Michigan addressing those challenges and barriers that families living with autism face across the lifespan. We've seen great success starting with landmark legislation that expanded access to evidence-based therapies for children, community education and training for our first responders, our museums, our parks, doing whatever it takes to make people with autism feel fully accepted, understood, and included, and to enjoy the activities we all enjoy every day. We've also, sorry, my cue is off. I'm gonna jump now because my cue is off. All right. I'm just going to say this. I usually memorize this whole thing. I'm going to go back to that. Okay, let me just pick up with some of our accomplishments. So we had passed the legislation, we've done our community training, and we've also addressed employment for people with autism. And that's just to name a few. We've made great strides, but we really cannot let up. There's much more to do, and it starts with the earliest diagnosis, and it goes on to include quality, inclusive education. It includes preschool through graduation, preparation for jobs. At the Autism Alliance, we've been talking a lot about this big moonshot goal to put 101,000 people in jobs over the next decade. It's an ambitious goal, to say the least, but necessary and doable. In fact, the work is underway and actually expanding. Our first pillar of work is to reduce the age of diagnosis. We're currently conducting a landscape analysis to better understand how, where, and when a child is diagnosed, but more importantly, when they're not diagnosed, and to address those disparities and get children connected to life-changing interventions from the very earliest age. Because the path to the moon starts at day one. Our second pillar is quality inclusive education. We are leading 2 statewide special education coalitions to bring the voice of students with disabilities to policymakers. Without educational reform, our students will continue to enter adulthood without the skills and qualifications needed for life after high school. And in pursuit of this moonshot goal, we've developed partnerships with multiple community agencies, both large and small companies, to build the infrastructure for an effective workforce system. We cannot do it alone. To those who doubt our ability to create 101,000 jobs, reform education, and reduce the age of diagnosis, we don't think that we can catalyze that kind of systemic change in Michigan. Don't underestimate the passion, energy, and influence of the Autism Alliance. We know we can do it because we have done it before, and we will do it because it just must get done. Now, before we get on with the rest of the evening's program, please join me in thanking our co-chairs and host committee who have spent the last year planning and fundraising for us. Tonight's co-chairs are Chris and Carrie Yatuma. If you don't mind standing up. Dave and Peggy Meter. Mark and Amy Miller. And Carla Walker-Miller. Our incredible host committee members are listed on the screens next to me. And I want to thank my board, 23 of the most passionate, committed people that I know. Thank you for all you do for us. Our staff, who make me so proud every day to be leading this organization. And my awesome husband and 2 out of my 3 sons who are here tonight. I can't do this work without you. I love you guys. Finally, join me in thanking the sponsors of tonight's beautiful event. The list is long, which is a good problem to have, but I'm glad to see you're all starting on your dinners there. Our premier sponsor is Delta Dental. Our presenting sponsor and our greatest supporter over these many years, DTE Foundation. Our incredible group of diamond sponsors, OCG Companies and Citizen State Bank, Fisher Family Foundation, Dave and Peggy Meter, the Koch family, Dearborn Sausage, Motor City Casino Hotel, Multimatic, Raj and Wendy Nair, and a birdie told me it was Wendy's milestone birthday. I won't say which one. Happy birthday, Wendy. James and Ann Nicholson, PVS Chemicals, Magna, Vectorform, Walker Miller Energy Services, our platinum sponsors, Detroit Labs, Piston Group, and Lear. Our gold sponsors are going to be listed on the screens on my sides. Our silver and bronze, and our Shooting Star sponsors. Shooting Stars were sponsors who supported us in 2021 and came right back this year and renewed. Thank you. Finally, thank you to Dave Meter and the unwavering support of his amazing wife, Peggy. You've shown us what can be accomplished when one leads with their hearts. Tonight is for you. Thanks to all of you. And now, I'd like to introduce Lynette Dowler from the DTE Foundation.
Good evening. I'm Lynette Dowler, Vice President of Public Affairs at DTE Energy and President of our DTE Energy Foundation. On behalf of DTE, our 10,000 plus employees, and the DTE Foundation, thank you for allowing us to say a few words today at the 13th annual Michigan Shines for Autism Gala. The DTE Foundation is honored to be a partner of the Autism Alliance of Michigan since 2009, working together to raise awareness, acceptance, and inclusion in the community. The Autism Alliance does incredible work in its efforts to raise expectations and expand opportunities for people touched with autism. Partnering with such a vital organization that so closely shares our culture and our mission is why we've supported them for so many years. At DTE, we understand and we value the unique differences, talents, and perspectives of employees and everyone in the communities where we live and serve. We are better people and a better company. Diversity, equity, and inclusion in every aspect expands well beyond our work internally at DTE, and we embed that mission in every partnership, initiative, and outreach program. With that, I am joined by my friend, colleague, mentor, and previous boss, Dave Meter, co-founder of the Autism Alliance of Michigan and past vice chairman and chief executive officer at DTE. Dave has been integral in DTE's success over the years, and I'm lucky to have learned so much under his leadership. Even more, his role with Autism Alliance has driven landmark legislation in Michigan to expand access to evidence-based autism therapies and to update the service dog laws. We are proud to have Dave as a leading example and beacon of inspiration for impactful partnerships. And speaking of partnerships, his wife Peggy has been alongside him every step of the way. Dave and Peggy, we're just grateful for your leadership in our community. And congratulations, Dave, on your retirement from DTE, but we know you're never far away. So now it's my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, our mayor of our city of Detroit, Mayor Mike Duggan. Please welcome me.
Well, good evening. It's unbelievable to see this. I think about a day about 12 years ago when Dave Meter and Steve D'Arcy invited me to a meeting, and they said they wanted to talk about autism. And they sat down and they said, do you know in this state that insurance companies are not required to cover really necessary treatments? And we have this idea that we are going to change the law and make it mandatory. And I was inspired as I listened to them, but I said, guys, changing the healthcare insurance laws in this state is a monumental task. Okay, two guys can't just wake up in the morning and say, we're going to do this. And they said, well, that's why we're talking to you. And I watched in awe as they moved across this state, built coalitions from one end to another, Republican, Democratic, something that seemed impossible. They passed with overwhelming majorities. And then instead of patting themselves in the back, they said, we're going to start this organization to make sure that families know about this treatment. And it has turned into this incredible program. And I'm just so proud of Steve and Dave, Peggy, Colleen, everybody that's done this. But I actually am not here tonight to do a speech, but instead do an introduction. I want you to hear from a young man named Lavelle Evans, who is not only a success story of the programs of the Autism Alliance, but is an employee of this casino, and on the side, a quite talented poet. Please welcome Lavelle Evans.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you all. It's great to be here. This has really been a long time coming for me. I never thought that I'd make it to this high of success, but I'm here today. So tonight, without further ado, I'm here to deliver an inspirational poem for you all. And the name of this poem is called Tears of Joy. Anyone who can audaciously say men don't cry has not seen the beauty of life to appreciate. To know the Creator personally is truly a dream come true. To believe on Him, there is about 1,000 reasons why. I feel simply speechless when I cry tears of joy. Thinking about all the good things God has done for me gives peace in mind. When I was lost, He opened my eyes from once being blind. Now I see that I truly needed a Savior. Nothing I do or say could ever change the love that the Lord has for me. The wonderful things He created is truly a sight to see. I can only say thanks for His loving kindness and mercy, because I could never repay Him. I was made to serve. Of this, I am not ashamed. Nothing in this world could ever change the way I feel. It is because of Jesus that I have abundant life. The promise that He made me was forever. I accept this gift with open arms. His precious word could never do me harm. The will of the Father comforts me wherever I may go. I simply feel speechless when I cry tears of joy. It represents the message that captivated my heart since I was a little boy. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a brief pause in our program while dinner is being served. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick bit of housekeeping. Our 52-card raffle is going to be closing in 15 minutes, and we still have quite a few cards left to sell, which means your odds are amazing that you may win. You can buy those in the soundboard room, and it will be closing in 15 minutes. You want to make sure that you get your winning ticket. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are 3 minutes to showtime. 3 minutes till we resume our program, so please find your way back to your seats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage with a rousing round of applause your Director of Arts and Culture for the beautiful city of Detroit and this evening's Master of Ceremonies, Rochelle Riley.
Now I better keep these on. Good evening! How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me? Is this okay? Do I need to be louder? I was a cheerleader. I can get louder. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. I hope you're enjoying your dessert. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to cheer Miggy's 3,000th. Today was a great day. I also want to start with one little thing that my daughter always reminded me to do anytime I'm in a room full of people. She said, you got to have at least one joke. Where do you find a cow with no legs? Right where you left him. Okay, so I will be your MC tonight. I have learned so much about autism and the great work of the Autism Alliance of Michigan over the past few years, so naturally I was honored when they asked me to come. But not just to come, because I've been before as a guest, but to host. What have I learned? First, I learned that so many of the issues facing marginalized communities exist for people with autism as well, dealing with limited access to health care and human services, challenged by, thank you so much for doing that. This is important, listen. challenged by inequitable educational programming, facing biases and preconceived notions about their skills and qualifications to be successful in the workplace. Second, I learned that people with autism, many of whom are striving to rise above social, communication, and behavioral challenges, are truly some of the most special, caring, and honest people you will ever meet. It really saddens me to think of the opportunities the rest of us miss out on when we don't try to include, understand, and accept this vital segment of our population into our communities. Finally, and probably most important, I paid more attention to a different kind of attention to conversations about much-needed diversity, equity, and inclusion. We use those words all the time. We just throw them out. We have to pay attention to them. I know we have come a long way as a country to live lives committed to the frequently mentioned aspirations of living in an equitable society, but we have to do more. Tonight, I'm going to ask you to stretch your belief in diversity and equity to include neurodiversity and ability. The Autism Alliance of Michigan has great research that details the benefits we get when people who are different work alongside us, learn with us in classrooms, and play with our children on our playgrounds, doing all of those things together. Today, we cannot deny the disparities exist for people of color with gaps in access to healthcare, education, and employment. We know Black children with autism are diagnosed on average much later than white children. That means not just a later diagnosis, but delayed opportunities for life-changing therapy, help that others get as early as age 2. We have to fix this. The Autism Alliance has boldly declared a goal to lower the age of diagnosis across the state, especially in at-risk and marginalized communities. And I am all in. That means fighting for it. Yes, we all have to be in. That means fighting for education reform through coordinated statewide advocacy. It means putting adults in jobs that actually match their qualifications and interests. It means making sure that all people can pursue life, liberty, and happiness with equal fervor. Tonight, you will hear 3 stories of success and meet some amazing individuals who will move some of you, some of us, to tears. But these 3 are examples who represent a universe of opportunity. These 3 are exceptions. We need your help to transition from exceptions to rules. Every person with autism deserves to be a success story, to live a success story. Now please direct your attention to the screen as we present a universe of opportunity.
It's estimated that 1 in 44 people have autism. In Michigan, around 2,000 more people are diagnosed with autism annually, and this number grows each year. Autism is a complex disorder that affects everyone across race, ethnicity, and social groups. It poses daunting challenges and is unique person to person. But with the right resources and support systems, people with autism can reach their highest potential. This level of support is rare. Many young children who have autism are undiagnosed and miss key milestones. They can attend school with steep challenges and enter adulthood unemployed. And the hardship extends to family members overwhelmed and unsupported to tackle the challenges. We are founded on the principle that everyone with autism deserves to live purposeful and fulfilling lives. We are Autism Alliance of Michigan. Our small but mighty team has helped over 40,000 people throughout the state. Our approach is divided into 3 high-impact pillars, each designed to provide the tools, resources, and support systems during the key stages of life for a person with autism. Today, we're proud to share the journeys of 3 individuals, Jack, Jade, and Javon, each of them a story of success.
My name is Javon Nunn. I'm a gamer. I play various different games. My son did not walk or talk or even smile until he was almost 2.5 years old. I knew he wasn't meeting his milestones. I needed some help to kind of stretch his potential.
My name is Shane and I'm 14 years old.
In the beginning, when Jay originally started school, she had no self-control, meaning she would not be able to sit still in the classroom. So that was one of the challenges.
This is Jack Vincent. And how old are you, Jack?
5. I like to play with cats.
Board games. I like to read.
By 12 months, he still wasn't crawling or walking. He was delayed in cognition, gross motor, fine motor. I thought, okay, this is definitely something we need to look into. That's kind of where Autism Alliance stepped in and helps not only the child, but the family as a whole.
They really helped us out. I actually had a group in my corner that helped me get to where I wanted to go. I have dreams that I can finally achieve because of this.
For Autism Alliance of Michigan, you contact their hotline. They provide you with any services that is related to autism, a facility, a specific doctor's office, any programs that's related to autism. The My Navigators, they typically put you in contact with the individuals that you need.
They helped me with the interviews, paperwork, even preparing for the job. They show a lot of care in what they do, and that's what made me feel certain about them. This meant a lot to him. This gave him a sense of independence that I thought was going to take a lot longer to achieve.
Jade was recently inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. That has been a great milestone for us. The My Navigator program to help us navigate the whole high school process and even afterwards post-secondary education, because Jade says that she wants to attend college. What college do you want to go to, Jade?
Michigan State.
It made me feel so comfortable to know that there was an organization like Autism Alliance of Michigan, because it's just so nice to be able to kind of lean on someone that knows what they're talking about and has the resources for you to make it easy.
I would like to say to any parent out there that has a child with autism, the sooner you understand, you'd be surprised what that child can do.
Don't look at the label of an individual because they have autism. Focus on the individual. Like, you may learn something from them. What else have you taught me, Munchkin?
How to do math.
Yeah, she's taught me how to do She has taught me how to do math.
Early intervention is so beneficial. I just knew that he needed the resources to help him catch up. What is 6 plus 6?
12.
What is 20 plus 20?
40.
One major thing about autism I would like people to know: one size do not fit all. Every child is different. Organization like Autism Alliance helps you. I mean, with everything. They know how hard it can be for people on the autism spectrum. They really do care.
Our services and support systems have touched thousands of families, but the sad reality of our work is that stories of success are not the norm. Too many individuals with autism begin life undiagnosed. They attend schools facing severe educational challenges, and they enter adulthood unequipped to find a job, destined to a life of dependence on others. That is why, in 2020, Autism Alliance of Michigan announced a historic 10-year moonshot goal of employing 101,000 people with autism over the next 10 years. In order to reach that moonshot goal, AAOM must embark on a 3-part journey across the lifespan of those with autism. We can build a world where everyone with autism has the support they need, but this is only possible by working together. Your generous support will empower our small team to deliver a larger, more comprehensive impact. Together, we can create many more stories of success, where stories like Jack, Jade, and Javon are not the exception. They're the rule.
What did I tell you? I am excited to share that these families are our guests of honor tonight, right here. So Jade, Aisha and Javon, and Michelle and Jack's parents, Carrie and Scott, please stand up as we applaud, and the other families featured tonight for sharing your stories. Remember, there are thousands more in Michigan who need our support. Now is the time, so let's get on with it. Help me welcome to the stage Chris Aslanian, our auctioneer for the evening. You see this paddle? Now, for women of a certain age, yes, it's a fan. But for all of us tonight, use them if you got them. Come on, Chris.
All right, how about a big round of applause for our Master of Ceremonies. Is she crushing it tonight or what? She said she used to be a cheerleader, but I still think she is. She's a cheerleader for the Autism Alliance of Michigan. Now, before we get started with taking your money, we want to give you something because now it is time to pull the winners of our 52-card raffle. So I'm going to get my assistant up here, and we are going to have some winners. Hold on one second. All right, so we have a red deck of cards and a blue, and I'm going to start with the red deck. So if you bought cards out of the red deck, now is when you need to get your cards out. All right, now, if you have a club card, you need to stay in your seat because that's not the winner. Sorry. If you have a diamond, you possibly could be one of the winners. And if you have the 4 of diamonds, please come on up on stage up here and receive your envelope. All right, this blue? All right, I mixed them up real good. All right, this is our blue deck. And if you have a club card, well, you may be one of the winners because this is, in fact, a clubs card. If you have a face card, sorry about your luck. But if you have the 6 of clubs, come on up and collect your winnings. 6 of clubs, come on right up. Just FYI, and for those of you that are watching us at home, what they're winning tonight is 1 year's worth of eating out, $100 gift cards for local restaurants for every month of the year. That is what they won. So if you have the 6 of clubs, there it is. Take that bucket. All right. Now, before we get started, I just want to say how awesome it feels as the auctioneer behind the mic to actually see you face to face. I've been yelling at you guys through a camera for 2 years, and it feels really amazing to be out in person. And you guys look awesome. But we have a very special group of folks that are with us tonight from various parts of the country, and they are watching us live and in real time from home. So how about giving them a big round of applause and waving at that camera back there. Thank you so much for joining us. We are looking forward to seeing you in the seats next year. Now, before we get started, I want to do a little housekeeping. We, of course, live in the world of social media, and we would like to get a photo of all of you holding up your bid paddles. And if you're wondering what your bid paddle number is, you can find your number on the seating card you were given when you came in. and your paddle is on your table. Also, if you can't find it there, the registration on your GiveSmart on your phone is where it is. But I would like everyone to hold their paddle up all at once so that we can get a photo for our social media feeds. And feel free to put them on your social media feeds. That is just an auctioneer's beautiful sight right there to see all those paddles up. Wow. All right. Hold on. Hold them up again. She wants one more picture of this side of the room. All right, quick, start writing the numbers down, Lauren. All right, we have got 4 really, really exceptional auction packages tonight. And I'm going to start out with auction package number 1. It is a Detroit staycation. You get 1 night of luxury with an overnight stay in the presidential suite right here at the beautiful Motor City Casino. How about a round of applause for them? Don't they do a great job? And how about this renovation? Wow. This suite is exclusive and not available to the public, and you can't book it on your own. That's how awesome this package is. But there's more. Your presidential suite includes a spa and dining credit valued at $500, but that's not all. You get to call your friends because you will receive a private VIP stage suite at the beautiful Soundboard Theater for up to 20 guests. Up to 20 guests in an agreed-upon show, any agreed-upon show. And here's what's cool about that. You and your guests will have access to the Soundboard's exclusive stage box, which is on side stage right, looking straight down at the band. Right there, VIP seating, right in that special area. You can enjoy beer, wine, food. It's all provided before and during the show. Also included are 20 tickets for seats located within the venue for you and your guests if they prefer seeing the show from the premier seats. And if you need more of an intimate view, that is sort of where you're going to go. Plus, there may be an opportunity for 4 guests to get up close and personal with the artist with a personal meet and greet, and that's depending on which artist you choose. Of course, reservations are subject to availability, and of course, it is donated by tonight's host, Motor City Casino. One more round of applause for them. Now, before I get started, I have one question for you, and I expect a rousing Motor City response. Whether you're in the room or if you're at home watching, I expect this response. And that question is, are you ready to have an auction? That's not bad. That's not bad. But I think we can do better than that, and I expect some applause at home, too. I'm going to ask you again, are you ready to have an auction? There it is. Now remember, as soon as you win this package, you're going to have 20 of your new best friends show up at your door because this is credit experience. Let's get it started. Start me out at $1,000. Let's go. At $1,000, there's $1,000, $1,500, make it $2,000, $2,500, make it $3,000. $3,000's back there, $3,500, make it $4,000. You can applaud. It's okay. At $4,000 bid, I got $35. Make it $4,000 bid. Would it be $4,000? I can't hear you. At $4,000 where? I got $3,500. Now $4,000 bid. Would it be $4,000's right there. Make it $4,500. I got $4,000 right back there. Now $4,500's in the back. Make it $5,000. Here we go. I got $5,000 right there. Now $5,500. Here we go. I got $5,000. Make it $5,500. There's $5,500. Now $6,000. $6,000's there. Now $65,000. Yes, you should. It's $6,500. $6,500. Make it $7,000. $7,000's there. Now $7,500. It's okay. It's only money. That's $7,500. I got $7,000. You want back in at $7,500. Here we go. I think you need some encouragement. $75,000. There we go. Now $8,000. I got $7,500. Now $8,000. By the way, you're not one of the 20 people he's inviting. You have to bid. At $8,000. I got $7,500. Now $8,000. We take credit cards. It's okay. At $8,000. I got $7,500 there. There's $8,000 right behind you. Now $8,500. I got $8,000 there. Now $8,500 being when I'm at $8,500. I have an $8,000 back there. Oh, he's bidding again. All right, $7,500. Say $8,000. Last chance. He got excited. There's 8,000. Now 8,500. I got 8,000. Now 8,500. It's okay. Let your son bid. That's a great idea. At 8,500. I got 8,000 there. 8,500 is right there. Now 9,000. I got 8,500. Now 9,000. Now to be with 9,000. It's your turn. There's 9,000. Make it 9,500. I got 9,000. Now 9,500. Now to be with 95. It's okay. One more time. At 9,500. I got 9,000 back there. Say 95. Don't look at him. Look at me. 9,500. Last chance. I sold it out. $9,000. Big round of applause. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I have a special guest.
I'm president here. I'll double it if he wants one.
Will you do one for the same price? 85? Yes. We will double it. There it is. What is your number? Your number, it's your buyer number. Hold on 1 second. What was the winner over here? What's your number? I need your number first. Buyer number 162. Got one of those. Do you know your buyer number? 539. How about a big round of applause for both of those folks and the wonderful Motor City Casino. Well, that was fun. But the fun is just beginning, because package number 2 is a rooftop fireworks party, overnight stay at the Foundation Hotel. Join the parade company for a once-in-a-lifetime experience for 4 guests at the 64th Annual Ford Fireworks over the beautiful Detroit River, held Monday, June 27th, 2022, which, believe it or not, is coming up. You and your guests will have access to the most exclusive party at a atop the Rensen parking deck. That evening or another evening of your choice, you can enjoy a stay for 2 of you with breakfast at the beautiful Foundation Hotel. The hotel stay expires December 30th of 2023, so you have plenty of time to use that. And the rain date for fireworks, but there's going to be no rain because we're going to put in perfect weather, would be June 28th of 2022. How about a big round of applause? That is an exceptional package, and that is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so here we go. Let's get it started. Start me out at 1,000. Let's go. There's 1,000. Make it 1,500. Now 2,000. Now 2,500. 2,500. 3,000. Make it 35. Here we go. At 3,500. I got 3,000. Now 3,500's in the back. Now 4,000. I got 3,500. Make it 4,000. Now to be able to be 4,000 where? 3,500's way in the back. 4,000's right there. Now 45. I got 4,000. Now 4,500. Now to be able to be 45 where? 4,000's there. It's your turn. At 4,500, out of even 45, 4,000, now 4,500, here we go, we're just having fun. I got 4,000 there, now 4,500, if you're at home, you'd still be cheering, it's okay, they can feel it, at 4,500, I got 4,000, now 4,500, out of even 4,500. I sold it out 4,000, big round of applause for buyer number, let me see that paddle. I need to see your buyer number. There it is. Is that 460? They got lights in my eyes. 460. 460. That's awesome. All right. Now, this next item is really exceptional. I know I keep saying that, but this one is going to be live in the flesh here in a minute. We all know one of our local favorite artists, Tony Rocco. Tony has offered Tony is one of Detroit's most renowned and talented artists. He really, really is exceptional. You've seen some of his iconic works of art. They've been on the labels at Atwater Beer, at the Foundation Hotel, numerous places around Metro Detroit and around the world. And we have him with us here tonight, and I'm going to have him come up on stage and tell you a little bit about the package he's offering. How about a big round of applause for Tony? There he is. Come on up. A bigger round of applause than that. He's one of Detroit's favorite sons. see you. Here's your microphone, man.
All right. Thanks, Chris. I'm not sure how I follow that energy, but I was going to tone it down a bit. Anyways, I'd like to thank Autism Alliance. Special thank to Mark Burke for allowing me to be a part of this. Yes. For allowing me to be a part of this. As I look back at my 30-year career in my body of work, it's not the paintings that have been my biggest achievement. It's been moments like this, and efforts and events like this. So to show my gratitude, I'd love to recreate one of the 4 images that you see, some of my favorites and perhaps the most celebrated images, in a 24 by 36 original painting for the highest bidder and for a very notable cause. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of it, and bid high, bid often, and thank you.
All right, how about another big round of applause for one of Detroit's favorite sons? He's amazing. So generous, so generous. So here we go. One of you lucky folks is going to get one of his pieces of art, and you get to choose from the 4 what you want him to recreate, and it will be exceptional. So let's get it started. Here we go. Start me at a 1,000. Let's go. There's 1,000 there. Make it 1,500. At 1,500. Now 2,000. 2,000's there. Make it 20. Are you guys together? 2,500. Now 3,000. She's bidding against it. It's okay. I got 2,500 there. Now 3,000. Now to be able to be 3,000. 3,000. 3,000's back there. Now 35. You're both out now. At 3,500. I got you at 3,000. 3,500. There. Now 4,000. I got 3,500 on the side. Make it 4,000. Here we go. I got let me slide back through here. 3,500's over there. 4,000's over there. Now 4,500. Here we go. I got 4,000. Now 4,500. Yes, you should. 4,000's there. Make it 4,500. I'll be able to 4,500's there. Now 5,000. I got 45. Now 5,000. I'll be able to be 5,000. It's okay. At 5,000. I'll be able to be 5. I got 4,500 there. Say 5,000. Last chance. I sold it out 4,500. Big round of applause for buyer number. She dropped it. She got so excited. Buyer number 373. All right, I just can't stay up on the stage. Sorry, guys. All right, so this next live auction item is our last live auction package, but by no means is this the last part of the night. We got a really exciting part coming up right after, and all of you get to participate, and all of you at home will get to participate in this next item right after I sell this live auction. But our last live auction item of the night is a 1 week in paradise with airfare. I mean, I know Detroit is paradise, but this is going to be even more exciting. You get to enjoy a week-long luxury stay in the paradise of Peninsula Papagayo. Absolutely beautiful. It is renowned for a unique treasure on Costa Rica's Northwest Gold Coast. And if you are not familiar with Costa Rica's Northwest Gold Coast, you need to Google that because it is amazing. It's only a short 20-minute ride from the airport. This exclusive gated resort and community is home to 2,300 acres of pure tropical and wild coastline surrounded by powder sugar beaches, and it shares its natural riches with the Four Seasons Hyatt Resort, numerous private luxury estates, a modern super yacht marina. This is a newly built villa. It has Pacific Ocean, Calabria Bay views. You can enjoy from 4 spacious ensuite bedrooms, living room, dining room, kitchen areas, all in multiple outdoor shower areas, all have this outstanding view. They're ready to bid already. And of course, you can choose to rest and relax on the edge of the expansive infinity pool, heated infinity pool, a hot tub, hanging 250 feet over the bright blue ocean. It is a place to behold. It includes 6 passes to the renowned beach club just down the beach from them. Create a perfect experience with the help of the Peninsula Papagayo's outdoor expert teams. You get to enjoy the ultimate golf experience, an 18-hole par 72 Arnold Palmer's signature course. It winds through the lush forests, the valleys, and the sea cliffs. And not only that, this package includes a $1,000 airfare stipend to get you down there. And I want to pull my prompter up a little further because I want to make sure that we notice that it is donated. Pull my prompter a little higher, guys. A little higher. There we go. By the Duncanson family, who can't be with us here tonight, probably watching at home. Big round of applause for them for donating this. That's right. Not only is it very generous that they donated this package, but this package has a value of $36,000. And I'm not even kidding. $36,000 package. And you're going to have it. You're going to win it tonight with one of those lucky bid paddles. So here we go. How about one more round of applause for them for donating that? That's awesome. All right, here we go. I am going to start nice and low so everybody can get involved. Start me at a 1,000. Let's go. They're everywhere. There's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. Make it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000, 10,000, 11. Make it 12. 12's in the back. Now 13. 13's over there. 14. Here we go. 14, 15. Make it 16. Now $17,000. Baby number 17. I got you at 16. Make it 17,000. Here we go. You can applaud. We have time. At 17,000. I got 16,000. There's 17,000. Make it 18. Here we go at 18,000. 18,000's there. Now 19. I got 18. Make it $19,000. Baby, 19,000's there. Make it an even 20,000. I got 19,000. Now $20,000. Baby, I'll tell you when to stop. Don't worry. At 20,000. I got 19 over there, and he's going on your trip. At $20,000. Baby, 20,000. You know what? Hold on one second. Where's Lauren? Lauren's in the back. How about a round of applause for Lauren for putting this on? Lauren, he's at 18,000. He's at 19,000. He really wants to go. Can I sell 2 of them for 19,000? Please. Please, at home, give her some warm vibes. Please. Do it. There you go. There we go. He'll sell both of them. If you'll take one at 19, he'll do it at 19. What do you say? You want to double our money for the Autism Alliance? That's how you do that. Buyer number. What's your number? Buyer number 734 and buyer number 307. We just doubled our money for the Autism Alliance. All right, so he is best friends with that gentleman, that family, and just got the text from them that they'll do a 3rd package. Does anyone else want to go at night? There it is right there. Buyer number 680. Wow! I must be in the Motor City for that kind of generosity. You guys are fantastic. That's awesome. All right, so now, as I promised, this next part of the event is live, and we are all going to participate, and especially you at home watching from wherever you are in the country, you get to be involved in this part as well. This is Autism Alliance of Michigan's paddle raise, and we're all going to be involved, and I'm going to explain what we're doing here in a moment. In a moment, I'm going to ask for a straight donation. I'm going to ask for 10,000. Anybody that could do 10,000 is going to hold their paddle up. They're going to keep it there until I read their number off. And then I'm going to ask for 5,000, 2,500, all the way down to $100. So there will be an amount that for everybody. If the amount that I'm asking for is not your amount, that's okay, because the person sitting next to you may be thinking about it. Even if you're at home, that person sitting next to you on the couch may be thinking about it, and it's your rousing applause that is just the encouragement they need to donate that money. And it really, really works. I do this all year. This is my only job, my one and only job, and I absolutely love it. But no matter what crowd I'm in, the more the crowd applauses, the more noise they make, the more money we raise. It's a simple thing you can do. It doesn't cost you a dime, and you can help us raise money by applauding. So the job is simple. Either you're raising your paddle or you're applauding. Do we know what we're doing? Oh, I'm in the Motor City. Miggy just said 3,000. I'm going to ask you again. Do you know what you're doing? There it is. All right, this first amount is for $10,000. And with every $10,000 donation, we can provide training for 100 people. 100 people with autism. We can provide training. That is fantastic. So before I even get started and ask, and this goes for you at home, let's get that applause going. Let's make some noise. Here we go. Make some noise. Here we go. Who'll do 10,000? At 10,000, out of people at 10,000. Hold them up nice and high. Don't be shy. At 10, there's 10,000 right there. Keep it up nice and high. If you're at home, grab your phone, press that $10,000 button, and you're right here with us. At 10,000, out of people at 10,000. All right. Keep your hands together for buyer number. Where was my bidder over here? There it is. Buyer number 308. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I'm watching you at home, too. I can see you on the screen, so I'm keeping an eye on you. This next amount is for $5,000. $5,000 can help fund our education and outreach initiatives, and they are so, so crucial for what the Autism Alliance of Michigan does. And that is our next amount. But before I even ask, what are we going to do? We're going to make some noise. We're going to make some noise. Here we go. Who'll do 5,000? At 5, there's one right there. There's two right here. At 5, there's another one there. Keep them going. At 5,000, now they need to be 5,000. The more you applaud, the more they bid, even if you're at home. At 5,000, now they need to be 5. I can't hear you, Motor City. Bring it on. At 5,000, now they need to be 5,000. Keep those hands together for buyer number 683, bidder number 221, buyer number 219, and buyer number 390. Thank you so much, and thank you at home for bidding as well. All right, now, this next amount is $2,500, and with every $2,500 we earn tonight that you bid, we can train employers with autism training, because it's not just the people with autism that need the training, it's the people employing them that need to know how to employ them and how to best use their skills. So how about we get that applause going for $2,500? Here we go. Let's make some noise. Who'll do 25? There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's another one. Oh, they're everywhere. At 2,500, I'll be able to 25. I can't hear you, Motor City. At 2,500 where? And if you're at home, pick your phone up and bid. We're watching you from here. At 2,500, I'll be able to 2,500. All in, all done. Big round of applause for buyer number 238. Bidder number 394, buyer number 490, bidder number 332, buyer number 324, buyer number 460. I got one over here, buyer number 127. Is there anyone else at 2,500? Okay, now I'll warn you, as you're probably experiencing, clapping this long is difficult. But we're doing it for the Autism Alliance of Michigan, and your clapping really makes a difference. So I want you to stay strong with me, whether you're here or you're at home, and keep that applause going, because our next amount is for $1,000, and with every $1,000, we can help train our first responders how to handle people with autism. Huge, huge deal. So for $1,000, what are you going to do, Motor City? You're going to make some noise. There's 1,000, there's 1,000, there's one there, two more there. Here we go. At 1,000, not even 1,000. Yes, you should. If you're wondering if you should at home, yes, you should. At 1,000, not even 1,000. Keep that applause going. Make some noise. If you're not bidding, you're applauding. Here we go. At 1,000, not even 1,000. Keep your hands together for buyer number 118. Bidder number 122. Buyer number 123, bidder number 145, buyer number 165, bidder number 172, buyer number 708. This is $1,000, every number I read. Buyer number 180, bidder number 357, bidder number 443, buyer number 328, bidder number 462, Bidder number 315. Buyer number 395. I still got your money, even though you didn't sell you that item. Buyer number 237. Bidder number 239. That's almost the whole table. Buyer number 212. Bidder number 686. Buyer number 236. Buyer number 311. Bidder number 314. Buyer number 289. You can applaud. We have time. Buyer number 281. Buyer number 270. Have I missed anyone at 1,000? Wow. Wow. There's one back there. Buyer number 731. Buyer 731. They did 1,000. Anyone else? That's fantastic. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So this next amount is for 500. And with 500, we can buy a wearable GPS tracking device. And anyone that's been around anyone with autism knows that is absolutely huge as well. So with your $500 bid, that's what we can do, and it's going to make a huge difference. Let's get that applause going. Let's do it. If you're at home, make some noise. Your neighbors need to hear you stomping on the floor, making some applause, wondering what's going on. There's 500. There's 500. Hold her everywhere. At 500, I'll be able to do 5. Keep it coming. Don't stop now. Come on, Motor City. At 500. Who else is in? At 5. I can't hear you. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. At 500, I'll be able to do 5. Who else is in? At 500, I'll be able to do 500. Keep that applause going for buyer number 718. Bidder number 519. Buyer number 501. Bidder number 506. Buyer number 503. Bidder number 286. Buyer number 292. Bidder number 287. Buyer number 196. Bidder number 308. This is awesome. 500 every time I read a number. Buyer number 465. Buyer number 732. We're just harvesting the room. Buyer number 215. Bidder number 217. Buyer number 223. Bidder number 664. Buyer number 662. Buyer number 666. Buyer number 206. Be right back, guys. Be right back. Buyer number 232. Bidder number 626. Bidder number 632. That last one was not 232. That was 6232. There we go. Buyer number 617. Buyer number 616. We got them. Buyer number 350. Buyer number 679. Bidder number 181. Thank you, my dear. Bidder number 694. Buyer number 109. Bidder number 427. Buyer number 713. Bidder number 566. Bidder number 371. Buyer number 367. 500 every time I read a number. This is tremendous. Bidder number 375. Buyer number 403. Look at this corner. They know how to do it right here. Buyer number 135. Bidder number 134. Buyer number 129. Bidder number 131. Bidder number 141. Buyer number buyer number 149. Bidder number 154. Is there anyone else at 500? Wow. All right. Last but not least is our $100 amount. I'm going to give you a second to catch your breath because this next amount, Lauren, is going to be so many people bidding, we're not going to hear any applause because it's going to be everybody. But for $100, we literally can supply the crucial resources for an autism family to help cope with someone who's dealing with autism. That is huge. That is huge. And every dollar makes a difference. And I think if we get everyone involved, we can really knock it out of the park. For $100, what do we need to do? Bring me home strong, Motor City. Let's make some noise. Here we go. There's 100, there's 100, there's 100. There we go. A whole table there, a table there. Who did 100? I'll be even 100. If you're at home, pick your phone up, press that button right now and give us 100. I know you want to. At 100, I'll be even 100. Here we go. At 100, they're everywhere. At 100, I'll be even 100. Keep it coming. Keep that applause going. Don't stop now. At 100, I'll be even 100. All right, here we go. Keep your hands together for buyer number 530. Bidder number 500. Buyer number 278. Bidder number 271. Buyer number 273. Bidder number 701. Buyer number 277. Buyer number 283. $100. Every number. Keep that applause going. Buyer number 268. Bidder number 262. Buyer number 263. Bidder number 264. Coming right over here, buyer number 203. Buyer number 199. Bidder number 198. Whole table right here. Buyer number 295. Bidder number 296. Buyer number 301. Buyer number 302. Bidder 298. Buyer 297. Bidder number 304 and buyer 303. You guys are out of control. Bidder number 251. Bidder number 244. Buyer number 243. Bidder number 245. Buyer number 480. Bidder number 537. Buyer number 547. Bidder number 306. Buyer number 316. Bidder number 317. Buyer number 320. How are you? Good to see you. Bidder number 702. Bidder number 547. Buyer number 549. I'll be right back because buyer number 233. Bidder number 386. Buyer number 393. Lucky number 333. Buyer number 496. Buyer number 492. Bidder number 225. Buyer number 733. Bidder number 583. Bidder number 576. Buyer number 581. All of this, you guys are so amazing. Buyer number 574. Bidder number 221. Buyer number 219. Bidder number 220. Bidder number 450. Buyer number 460. Bidder number 455. Buyer number 458. Bidder number 456. Buyer number 459. Bidder number 448. Thank you very much. Buyer number 342. Bidder number 205. Buyer number 211. You're out of control. That's fantastic. Bidder number 330. I wasn't going to leave that money on the table. I got you. Buyer number 440. Bidder number 431. Buyer number 434. Buyer number 435. Buyer number 427. Bidder number 592. Buyer number 590. Reboot up to the front here. Buyer number 188. Bidder number 191. Buyer number 189. Bidder number 184. Buyer number 688. Bidder number 691. Buyer number 696. You can applaud. We still have time. Buyer number 358. Bidder number 585. Bidder number 174. Buyer number 173. Bidder number 171. Oh my gosh, this side of the room, they're out of control. Bidder number 163. Bidder number 155. Buyer number 712 and buyer number 711. She's a double paddle right there, holding them both. Buyer number 727. Bidder number 424. Buyer number 423. Bidder number 621. She's got a pair of them right there. Buyer number 604. Buyer number 731. Bidder number 598. Bidder number 601. Bidder number 571. Bidder number 572. And bidder, I got you. And bidder number 406. Bidder number 568. Is there anyone else at 100? How about a huge round of applause for everyone here and everybody at home. Thank you for being part of this. You guys are amazing. Make my mic hot. There we go. All right. That was fantastic. I want to thank everyone that was here and everybody that was at home that bid. That was tremendous. But if I did not ask for your amount, if you wanted to say donate $100,000 and I didn't ask for that, that's my bad. I apologize. Now is your chance to pick your phone up, whether you're here or if you're at home watching us, and there's an other button, and you hit that other button, you can donate any amount you want. It can be $1, it can be $20. If everybody picks their phone up right now, whether you're here or watching us, wherever you are in the country, we're gonna make a huge difference. So press that donate button and put in whatever amount that you're comfortable with. I want to thank you all for donating. That is so awesome. I want to thank everyone that's at home. That was really, really great. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. It's just so heartwarming to be in the city of Detroit. And without further ado, I'd like to bring back our Master of Ceremonies, Rochelle Riley. Rochelle, come on up.
Oh my God, that was fantastic. Dave, wasn't that fantastic? That was just great. Now, did anybody not have a chance to bid? I'm just making sure. You all are incredible. Thank you so, so much. Your generosity is going to ensure the future of this organization and honor those we work to help. Are y'all finished? We're almost done. But now, before we do anything else, let's take a breath, slow down. This is very important. That's why I want all of your attention, or I would never bang the table like that. I wouldn't even do that at City Hall. But this is really important. It is my honor to introduce one of the founders of the Autism Alliance of Michigan, Steve D'Arcy.
Good evening. What an awesome event. Can you believe what we just witnessed? Oh my goodness. I'm not going to be long. I'm sure you guys want to get to the party yet to come. But I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm stunned. I'm stunned at the size. I'm stunned at the number of paddles that went up. I'm stunned that my wife bought a trip to Costa Rica. Stunned. But I got to find out where is Costa Rica? We're going to do something out of the ordinary this evening. Usually we talk about our families and our mission, and we've been doing that all night. But tonight we want to also do something we don't usually do, and that's talk about one of our own. 14 years ago, or 13, Colleen said it was 2009. I thought it was 2008, but I don't remember anymore. A bright young guy who had worked for my firm, Coopers & Lybrand at the time, became the chief financial officer of DTE. And it just so happened that DTE was on our wish list of accounts that we'd love to have. So what I was paid to think about was, I need to renew my acquaintance with this fine young guy. And I called David Meter and I invited him to lunch. Now, life takes all of us on unexpected pathways, and I've learned that serendipity can be more powerful than any plan. Dave had been a talented executive at Coopers & Lybrand, and inexplicably, actually, he left and went to Chrysler, lost his hair, and then, I think unrelated, but I'm not sure, and then went on to DTE. We had lost contact with each other. It had been a long time. And this was an opportunity to reconnect. Now, I can tell you, and my wife, Deborah, can tell you, that I used to meet lots and lots of people, and I'd come home and say, hey, I just went out with David Meter, or this person or that person. Debbie would say, well, does he have any children? And I'd say, I don't know. And she'd say, well, is he married? And I'd say, I don't know. Why would I know that? Just because I spent 3.5 hours with him. In any event, Dave and I were there to do what folks like us do. We were talking mano to mano about business. We were talking about revenues. We were talking about expenses. We were talking about why the Lions never win. For reasons I no longer remember, we started talking about our two very special children, Belle and Jay, which was really unusual because it's not usually what guys do at a lunch like that. Belle is about 15 years younger than Jay, but the stories Dave told me that about the challenges he and Peggy faced were remarkably similar to what Deborah and I had gone through raising our son Jay. And the only thing I remember clearly about the whole thing is Dave saying to me, it doesn't sound like anything has gotten better in 15 years. Maybe we should do something about it. And I remember laughing because it was such a silly idea. And I think I told him I had $100 in my pocket. Well, that, is that enough? But that lunch began my relationship with one of the most remarkable people I have ever known. We got Autism Alliance off the ground thanks to a lot of help from a lot of people. It was Mike Duggan at DMC. It was Tony Early at DTE. It was lots of people in the community that we reached out to. Dave's contacts, my contacts. I remember, and it was interesting to me when Mike spoke, because he obviously remembers, which surprised me, is that we met with him. And he told us we were out of our minds, basically. But he also said something I think he's forgotten. He said, this is not a healthcare issue. This is a civil rights issue. And that changed the way I thought about what we were doing. So we struggled for a year or so. We didn't even have a 501c3. Fortunately, Children's Hospital let us donate money to them, and they met our payroll. And then we found our first mission, and that was insurance for people on the spectrum. People with autism were being discriminated against terribly in healthcare and other issues. Dave drove that initiative relentlessly. I think relentless is the only gear Dave has. He networked with everyone who could help us, from Governor Snyder and Lieutenant Governor Calley to key senators, congressmen, and lobbyists. He even obtained studies by major universities that supported our case. His strategy and his effectiveness was a marvel to behold. I'd never seen anything like it. And when we won that fight, against all odds, Autism Alliance was really on the map. As chairman of Autism Alliance, Dave has brought the same spirit of determination to everything that we have done. We have built a great board of directors, hired and supported a great CEO and a management team, and built an exceptionally strong financial structure, which got a lot stronger tonight. Thank you very much. Most importantly, we have truly changed the lives of thousands of people in the state of Michigan, and that's a real thing. Now, if any of you read Cranes this week, Dave Meter's picture's on the top. And I thought as I put my remarks together, he might be getting a swelled head about all this. Just too much praise, master of the universe, all that stuff. And let me tell you, in reality, his reality and mine as well, there's an essential factor that cannot be overlooked. While Dave and I and others worked hard on all the things I've talked about, and occasionally got our names in the papers and got nice things said about us, it would have been completely impossible without the support of our wives, Peggy and Deborah. Thank you. They dealt day to day with challenges and heartbreaks, and serious heartbreaks, of raising Belle and Jay, and with virtually none of the support that is available today, partly due to Autism Alliance. Their knowledge from working in the real world against the odds with our children and their constant advice provided Dave and I and others with the direction we needed to create what's become all of this. So I want to say to Deborah and Peggy, thank you very much for all you've done. But now the fun part. Dave, lots of people have opinions about you, and we wanted to give them all a chance to express those. So we have a little video for you now.
One unique thing about Dave is that he never, ever gives up.
He's laser focused on doing what's just.
He's tenacious and never gives up.
The one unique thing about Dave Meter is his passion for the cause.
He's absolutely brilliant, and he has a huge heart.
He is committed, and he's relentless, and is the only person I know who can laugh on the inside and frown on the outside at the same time.
He really cares about all people with autism.
And he's got a great poker face.
Dave is one of those few people in life who has the compassion to want to change things, the knowledge as to how to change them, and the connections to actually get it done.
There is no way I can sum up in 10 seconds the impact that Dave has had on the autism community, except to say that in my entire career, I've never met any person who has changed the lives of people and families living with autism the way Dave has.
Dave has had a greater impact on the Michigan autism community than I would think anybody ever has had. He has built an organization unlike any other in the country. He's changed the lives of thousands of people.
As much as anybody, as founding chairman of this organization, he helped create our community.
Without that, I wouldn't have gone to the ABA, which helped me learn to be a better student and just a better person in general.
He's a leader on so many volunteer efforts. The Hudson Weber Foundation, the Detroit Mayor's Workforce Development Board, the Autism Alliance of Michigan, and I could go on. I don't know how he does it.
In particular, I'd mention the landmark legislation that happened with respect to insurance for autism. Dave and Brian Calley partnered together to make this happen, and it has truly made a difference in our state and for so many people in need.
He's helped so many hundreds and hundreds of families receive services that they wouldn't have been able to afford had it not been for the autism insurance legislation that was passed.
Not only is he an incredible advocate, he's taught so many other families how to advocate themselves. He took the opportunity to solve for his daughter and instead solve for her and thousands of other individuals with autism in Michigan.
I can't imagine anyone who's had a greater impact on knowledge about autism, access to services for autism than Dave Meter.
Dave's impact on the Michigan autism community is special because it's going to last forever.
Thanks, Dave, for all your important work. Congrats on your retirement.
Hey, Dad. I just want to say thank you for everything, including for my animals.
Thank you, Mr. Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Dave has been a force of nature for autism, and it wasn't enough just to try to impact public policy, but to do it in a way that was organized and sustainable over time. And that's the role that the Alliance has played since then. I think it will always come down to this David versus Goliath fight of the insurance reform. The work that it took to get this issue that had been kind of stalled for a long time, literally years in a process. Here comes Dave Meter with no training at all in terms of influencing and pushing things through government, and yet created kind of a center of gravity around the issue. When I first met Dave, my family was in crisis. He'd been there and understood the challenges and the frustrations. Where do you turn? He's taking the time on a person-by-person basis to use his experience and knowledge to help them through a a major crisis. That's, that's Dave. 12 years later, something like that. I don't know where my family would be. I don't know where my daughter would be if it wasn't for Dave Meter.
Hi everyone, I wish I could join you at tonight's Autism Alliance Gala, where we're coming together to honor Dave Meter, a relentless champion of this community and this cause. Dave, you've made a huge difference in the lives of so many Michiganders and people in this room. I'm proud to call you as a friend, and as you prepare for a well-deserved retirement, please know the entire state of Michigan is counting on you to devote the next chapter of your life to share your voice, your perspective and ideas with us, helping us lead Michigan forward. I know you're not shy and you'll continue doing that, but it is welcomed and encouraged. You're a skilled cross-sector leader with decades of experience. You've taken every opportunity to put Michiganders first, serving our state that we all love. So, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. You've impacted nonprofits and community and civic organizations, including the Michigan Humane Society, Wayne State University, the Detroit Institute of Arts, among many, many more. And of course, you co-founded and led the Autism Alliance of Michigan for a decade. The work you've done here has uplifted so many families and children and had a truly immeasurable impact. Michigan's autism community, including those gathered here, are so grateful for your plan to double down on your service and leadership with the Alliance. The endowment being set up in your name and Peggy's name will carry on your legacy of service for generations of Michiganders to come. It's really a remarkable and beautiful gift, worthy of the life you've lived and the contributions you've made. Dave, thank you for your friendship, your wisdom, and your service to the state of Michigan. While we wish you a joyful, restful retirement, we'll always value your input. We need your service. We all look forward to your next great chapter.
So, I think the governor kind of gave our surprise away. To secure the future, I'm supposed to read off this damn thing. I don't know how it works. But to secure the future of Autism Alliance, which I know is probably more important to you than anything other than your family, we've established an endowment, which the Governor Whitmer referred to, and as a way of celebrating your career and your accomplishments, not just at Autism Alliance, but at everything. We have at this point raised over $250,000 to get that off the ground. It's now my privilege to welcome to the stage my friends Peggy and Dave Meter. Couple of small bits of recognition. One is a tribute from the state of Michigan to Dave E. Meter, signed by Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist and Gretchen Whitmer, recognizing what you've accomplished. I think it also makes you exempt from Michigan income tax for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
Put that down. And then a small plaque. It's so small, it's ridiculous compared to what we owe you, but just recognition from your friends at Autism Alliance. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you.
First of all, I know we're between you and a big party, so we are not going to take a lot of time, but thank you. Thank you deeply from our hearts. We really appreciate the recognition and the creation of the endowment fund. That's very important, so thank you to everyone that contributed to it. And while the recognition is important, as you know, it's not why we or any of you do what you do. This really, in many ways, this endowment fund should be called the Peggy Meter Endowment Fund. One of my favorite autism researchers and authors is Tony Atwood, and his research shows the single most important factor in the success of a child with autism is the mom, especially a kick-ass, badass mom like Peggy, who defends her daughter's rights every single day. When Belle came into our life 26 years ago, it put us on a journey we didn't know we were going to be on, to learn and listen, and also to defend and fight for her every day. And we and the board of the Autism Alliance have broadened our agenda to people on the spectrum to say no matter where they live, their gender, their age, or their race, and really we've expanded our agenda for all people with disabilities. When we started this journey 14 years ago with Steve and Deborah D'Arcy, we had hoped to make the world a better place. And hope is an interesting word. It reflects an expectation, a desire of trust. It also embodies elements of luck and having your fingers crossed. But in business, we often say hope is not a good strategy. The Autism Alliance and activists in this room have made incredible progress, and you heard about some of it tonight. Great examples are the legislation, the banning of restraints in schools, training 35,000 first responders, and then the signature program, the Autism Navigator. Our grit and determination have carried us so far along on this journey, but we're learning the journey is long, it's treacherous, and it's stubborn. Because like other social justice and equity issues, the one for people on the spectrum is filled with prejudice and bias. Darren Walker, who's the CEO of the Ford Foundation in New York, challenges us to take on ableism, which is systemic discrimination and social prejudice that categorizes people less than. People on the spectrum want what everyone in this room wants. We want to be included, we want to be valued and be able to pursue our passions. The place that shows up for most of us is in our jobs. But getting a job, if you have a disability or autism, is really hard. Part of the issue is the education system, and we're going to go work on that, but much of it is the employer community, business, government, and NGOs, the people that could employ people with autism but don't. And as I find my work with my daughter to find part-time work, which is now becoming my full-time work, the responses I get from prospective employers sometimes provides a lens into the challenge that everyone's facing. The responses that I get sometimes after they realize the candidate has autism is everything from sometimes no response ever to I'm too really busy to deal with this, or sometimes I hear we've never done this before. I don't know how to do it, I don't know where to start, and I'm not sure I can make this work. One that's pretty interesting is, can you come back in 6 months? And then another one that's really disappointing is, I really, really care about people with autism. I really do, but I'm sorry, I can't help you. On the other hand, we have companies like S3 and English Gardens who say we haven't done this before, but we'll make this work, and they do. And hats off also to Motor City Casino, our host tonight, DTE, Ford Motor Company, Jefferson Wells, Cintas, and Home Depot for being leaders in employing adults with autism.
Don't let Dave fool you. He's been known to be a papa bear at a time or two. I don't know everyone's story, but I know our daughters. Belle doesn't have a high school diploma or a driver's license. She can't fill out a job application, and she may say that she doesn't like to get up too early or work on Saturdays in her job interview, but she passionately wants to work. She loves her jobs at English Gardens and S3. Anybody here from S3? No? Oh, well. Okay, she tells her favorite thing about work is the people, her boss, her coworkers, and her friends. She loves what her companies sell and the projects she helps with. She also has her career goals. Right now, she only works 6 hours a week between 2 jobs, so she's always coming up with new ideas. She dreams of helping a business that sells bubble tea, art supplies, snakes, or the cacao her brother imports from Guatemala, where Belle was born. As much as she loves her home, she has no intention of isolating herself. She wants to learn, help, and belong to a team. Because we can only get companies to agree to a few hours a week, we've committed to finding more opportunities for any adult who wants to work. Dave and I will plead, bargain, and beg for companies to open their doors to Belle and other neurodiverse employees. Some companies will gain highly productive, competitive team members, and others, like S3 and English Gardens, will get an employee who brings joy, pride, and a service dog to work each day. It is time for change, and it can't be incremental. It has to be radical. Without exception, people on the spectrum want to be valued and accepted. The time has come for us to work with others instead of on them, adapting instead of fixing, including instead of segregating, and not merely tolerating but accepting. We're not asking for the moon only to fulfill an essential human need. When I look at the change that has come during our daughter's 26 years, there are very important accomplishments that have been made in Michigan. At the same time, there's a lot that has not improved. And if we continue the same approach for the next 26 years, we're not going to solve the problem.
Great job. So what is it going to take to change things? I ask you. If we look at other significant positive changes in our society, it took a group of people coming together and saying enough is enough. We need to take huge steps forward, and that's going to require all of us stacking hands and agreeing that we can't treat people this way. It's going to require ferocious, you are not going to turn me away energy. We need early diagnosis by the age of 2, rapid access to evidence-based therapies for everybody, and the best special education system in the country with a focus on vocational training. And we need the hiring community to expand its definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion to include people on the autism spectrum. And this can't be a token hiring program. It's got to be a full, inclusive hiring program. And we want this now, not 10 years from now. And I ask you, do we think this is possible? Is it time for change? This is where full audience participation can come in. Is it time for change? You know, when we look at the audience tonight, it includes members of Congress. It includes people running for Congress. It includes governors, lieutenant governors, county executives, mayors, business and community leaders, family members, and a lot of lawyers are in the room, and plenty of mama bears. So I think it's absolutely possible, and I know we are going to get there. So thank you very much. And we'll turn it back to Rochelle. Thank you.
That's right, get up. Get up now. Thank you, Dave and Peggy. So let me say this. As Lavelle Evans was giving us that wonderful poem about tears of joy, I thought about what Dave and Peggy have done all of these years. Dave and Peggy could have just taken care of Belle. They could have just said, you know what, this is our family, we're just going to do this. Instead, they decided to take on this mission for all families. Everybody doesn't do that, but if everybody did, we could get rid of a lot of the problems that we have. So please, please, as you leave tonight, remember the fight begins anew every day. That means we start again tomorrow. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you to the Autism Alliance. We thank you all for coming out tonight. What a special mission this is. Take this feeling of empowerment with you, because tomorrow we are all warriors, warriors, warriors. Okay, but just for a little while, let's make our way to the soundboard where Space Cat, I saw the name of that band and it frightened me. Her space cat is ready to play, and the late night snacks are waiting, and the drinks are flowing. Thank you, and have a wonderful time.
My city, up in my home, we're flying up no ceiling when we in the zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, I got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body and drive. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're gonna like the way you rock it, don't stop. Under the lights where everything goes. Nowhere to hide when the gale blows. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Come on. Nothing I can see but you and you dance, dance, dance. Good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, you dance, dance, dance. Oh, ain't nobody leaving soon. Just keep dancing. Just dance, dance, dance. Just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. Don't need no reason, no control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, I got that good soul in my feet, be that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You gon' like the way you rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights where everything goes, nowhere to hide when the gale blows. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Come on. I can see but you and you dance, dance, dance. Good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, you dance, dance, dance. Oh, ain't nobody leaving soon. Just keep dancing. Just dance, dance, dance. Just dance, dance, dance. Just dance, dance, dance. Keep dancing. Break time now. Can't stop the nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. I feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Got this feeling in my body. Got this feeling in my body. Come on. Wanna see you move your body. Got this feeling in my body. Can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Oh, can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Come on. Wanna see you move your body. Oh, can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Come on.
Well, welcome everybody. We are Space Cat, excited to be here with you all as you filter in. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Welcome, everyone. We're so excited to be here.
If you guys want to come out here and dance, you got plenty of space. If you want to sit down, enjoy, sing along with us, that's cool too. As long as you're having a good time, we'll be happy, okay?
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Ooh, timber. Ooh, timber. Ooh, it's going down. Ooh, timber. Ooh, timber.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. These biggity boys are diggity dogs. I'll have them like Miley Cyrus, clothes off, twerking in their bras and thongs. Timber, face down, booty up, timber. That's the way we like to what? Stick it in an oil spill. She say she won't, but I bet she will. Timber, swing your partner round and round. End of the night, it's going down. One more shot, another round. End of the night, it's going down. Swing your partner round and round. End of the night, it's going down. One more shot, another round. End of the night, it's going down.
I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. It's going down. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Ooh.
Just me, ain't a damn thing changed. Living in hotels, swing on planes. I'm blessed to say, money ain't a thing. Come jumping like LeBron now. Foley, order me another round. Homie, we about to clown. Why? Cause it's about to go down. Swing your partner round and round. Ends of the night, it's going down. One more shot, another round. Ends of the night, it's going down. Swing your partner round and round. Ends of the night, it's going down. One more shot, another round. Ends of the night, it's going down.
I'm yelling timber. You better move, you better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move, you better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Ooh.
We're
Christian,
gonna
by the way, over on those raps.
We're gonna inject a little old school in here for everybody now. If you're not already in a good mood, this song will put you there, guaranteed, okay?
Now
Thank you so very much. If you're just walking in, we are Space Cat. We are very happy to be here with all of you tonight. Ready to help everyone have a fantastic time. We're about to introduce you to Ashley over here on the vocals and Charles back there on the saxophone, by the way, on this one.
What you want, baby, I got here. Or what you need, you know I got here. And all of her skin is burning a real switch when you get home. Oh, baby, when you get home. Oh, yeah. I ain't there on where you're going. I ain't there on 'cause I don't know. And all skin is fun in a real switch when you get home. Oh, yeah, baby, when you get home. Oh, yeah. I'm about to give you all of my money and all of my skin. In return, honey, it's to give for me my promise when you get home. Oh, yeah, baby, when you get home.
One time for Ashley and Charles, everybody.
Those 80s dance moves, everyone.
I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Sing it out. Take on me. Take me on. Come on. Take on me. I'll be yours. You guys do it. And I take on. Don't need less to say, but I'm not to names. But I'll be stumbling away, slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Say, take on me. Take me coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Sing! Take on me. Take me on. Come on! Take on me. I'll be gone. Take on me. Take on me. Take on me. Take on me.
That's Steve on the vocals, everybody, by the way. I don't know, we don't know how he hits that high note every time, eh?
This hit, that ice cold, a shell fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. I got Chuck's on and Saint Laurent. I gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. Too hot, hot damn. Got a police and a fireman, I'm too hot, hot damn. Little dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot, hot damn. Say my name, you know who I am, too hot, hot damn. When I thought about that money, break it down. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. When it's Saturday night, we're in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 come on, stop. Now wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, then sign the check. Hey, Julio, get the stretch. Rock on Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. We show up, we're gonna show out. Ooh, smoother than a fresh y'all skipping. Too hot, hot damn. Police and I'm fireman, I'm too hot, hot damn. I'm trying to wanna retire, man, I'm too hot, hot damn, hot damn. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot, hot damn. Don't bad about that money, break it down. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Girls hitch, hallelujah. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Well, it's Saturday night and we're in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 ha! All right, you all ready to do some singing with Space Cat right now? All right, let's do it. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Louder. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Let's hear you. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Now scream. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Now come on, dance, jump on it. You sexy with it, flown it. You freaky and own it. Don't rap about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. You sexy with it, flown it. 'Cause it's Saturday night and we're in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 sing it out now. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Say, uptown, funk you up. 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 Say, uptown, funk you up. 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 Hey. Woo! All right, come on.
I look and stare so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2, 3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling in my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, cause you know I don't understand just how you look at doing no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love. Oh, 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 no, no. Oh, 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 no, no. Oh, 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 no, no. Oh, 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 no, no. When I talk to my friends so quietly,
who we think he is?
look at what you did to me. Tennis shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. It's the way that you know what I'm gonna do. It's the beat that my heart skips and I'm do. Yeah, cause I still don't understand just how your love could do and no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love.
Young Hov, y'all know when the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC. Uh-oh, OG, big homie, the one and only. Stick bony, but the pockets is fat like Tony. Soprano, the rock handle like Van Exel. Shake bonies, man, you can't get next to a genuine article. I do not sing, no, I sling, no. If anything, I bling, yo. Star like Ringo, or like a green beret. Crazy, bring your whole set. Jay-Z in the range, crazy and deranged. They can't figure him out, they like, hey, is he insane? Yes, sir, I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best for chinchilla. I've been dealing with chain smokers. How you think I got the name over? I've been real, the game's over. All back young, ever since I made the change over the platinum. The game's been a rap one.
Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself, baby. I'm foolish, I don't do this. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care, 'cause your love got the best of me. Baby, you're making a fool of me. You got me sprung and I don't care who sees. Baby, you got me so crazy. Got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now.
gentlemen, one time from Mark back here on the drums, Anthony on the bass for you.
One more
Filthy
time
stuff.
for Mark and Anthony, guys.
I like those 3 cowbell hits in there, by the way, Mark. Nice touch. All right, we ready? Everybody likes to sing this song, so it's kind of a staple. Here we go.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders. We're out chasing the cloud away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing. As we dance in the night, remember how the stars stole the night away. My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only two talking girls, remember how we knew love was here to stay. Now December found the love that we shared in September. Only two talking girls, remember knew love was shared today.
That's a song is as much fun to play as it is to sing and dance to. I'll tell you, never get sick of doing that. I guess you could put this one in all those same categories.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some long-forgotten words or ancient melody. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you.
It's gonna take a lot to turn me away from you.
There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. Unless the rain's down in Africa. It's gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Ooh. Wild thorns fly out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, fighting all this thing that I've become.
It's gonna take a lot to turn me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
Unless the rain's down in Africa. It's gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Ooh. Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you.
It's gonna take a lot to turn me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
Unless the rain's down in Africa. 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 Unless the rain's down in Africa.
It's gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Ooh.
Thank you all so much. This next song is it's kind of for the ladies, but one of the fun things about playing it is seeing all the guys get into it. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go.
Let's go, girls. I'm going out tonight, feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions. Get a little out of line. Ain't gonna act politically correct. I only have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little party. Oh, 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 totally crazy. Forget my lady. Men, shirt, short skirts. Oh, 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 really go out, yeah, doing it in style. Oh, 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 and get in the action, feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I do. Oh, 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 wanna be free and I feel the way I feel. Yeah, I feel like a woman. Tonight we're gonna take the chance to let out on the time. Don't need romance, we only wanna dance. We're gonna let our hair hang down. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little party. Oh, 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 totally crazy. Forget my lady. The men's shirt, short skirts. Oh, 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 really go out, yeah, doing it in style. Oh, 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 get in the action, feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I did. Oh, 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 wanna be free and I feel the way I feel. Yeah, I feel like a woman. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun, fun, fun. Oh, 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 totally crazy. Forget my lady. Men's shirt, short skirts. Oh, 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 really go out, yeah, doing it in style. Oh, 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 get in the action, feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I did. Oh, 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 I wanna be free and I feel the way I feel. Yeah, I feel like a woman. Oh, oh, hey, hey, you're totally crazy. Can you feel it? Come, come, come on up. Woo, woo, hey.
Thank you so much. See, I saw some guys out there going, "Forget I'm a lady." It happens. You know who you are.
It's the best part of the song, really.
Come on now.
All right, if it so happens that we make each other laugh with trying to do our best Little John impression during this song, it's been known to happen. So feel free to chime in with your best Little John screams too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI. Keep it down on low key, 'cause you know how it is. Saw shorty, she was checking up on me. By the game, she was spinning in my ear. You think that you know me, so I decided to chill.
Okay.
Conversations got heavy. See, I've been feeling like it's ready to blow.
Watch out.
Watch out. Lady, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. I said, baby, let's go. When I told
Let's go now, yeah.
Shorty got down, and come and get me. I got so caught up, I got you to me. Her and my girl was the best of homies. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming, She's all of the hand now, got me thinking it might be okay for me to take her with me, 'cause she's ready to leave. But I gotta keep it real now. and a 1 to 10, she's certified 20. That just ain't me. No, let's go. I don't know, take that chance. Where's it gonna lead? But what I do know, when she dance, make sure they all right with me. When she get low, I'm not getting out, work it out for me. Ask for one more dance, I'm like, yeah, how the hell am I supposed to leave? Let's go now, yeah. Sure they got guns and come and get me. Yeah. Got so caught up, forgot to tell me. Yeah. Where am I good with the best of homies? Yeah. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming,
Watch out, my outfit's ridiculous. In the club looking so conspicuous. And rah, these women all on the prowl. If they hold their head steady, I'ma milk the cow. And forget about game, I'ma spit the truth. I won't stop till I get them in their birthday suit. Just give me the rhythm and it'll be off with their clothes. I bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the jag and I took the rolls. If they ain't cutting out, I put them on foot patrol. How you like me now when my pinky's valued over 300,000? Let's drink, you the one to please. Ludacris filled cups like double D's. Me and Ursh want smoke, we leaves them dead. We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. I said, yeah.
Shorty got down, she come and get me. Yeah. I got so caught up, forgot to tell me. Screaming, yeah. Where am I good with the best of homies? Yeah. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming, yeah.
Take that, rewind it back. A Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go crack. Take that, rewind it back. Usher got the voice, make your booty go crack. Take that, rewind it back. A Ludacris got the flow, make your booty go crack. Take that, rewind it back. Space Cat is the band, make your booty go clap. Come on, yeah. Thank you all so much. None of us busted out laughing from the Lil Jon scream, so that's a win.
No, but I think that was the lowest I've ever seen Steve get. He got real low.
I'm a little surprised he got back up. A little bit.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost one minute of sleep when I was worried about the way that things might have been. You know that bigger wheels keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning. Yes, we rolling, 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 rolling on the river, rolling on the river. In the line of place in Memphis, you know I pumped a lot of tank down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city until I hitched the ride on the riverboat Queen. You know that bigger wheels keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning.
Let's roll.
Yes, we're rolling,
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 rolling on the river.
rolling on the
Yes, we're
river.
rolling,
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 rolling on the river.
rolling on the river.
All right, you know what to do.
Well, I took a job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost one minute of sleep, and I was worried about the way that things might have been. You know the big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning. It's rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. It's rolling, rolling, rolling. my, because the people on the river are happy to keep. You keep on turning, come and keep on burning. It's rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. It's rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Yeah, do 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 do. Come on, I know. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. 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 Come on, let's go.
Thank you all so very much. Once again, we are Space Cat. Very happy to be here with all of you. We're going to do this next one. This is it's kind of one of those songs that tends to be really fun if you sing along with it, and not all that great if you don't sing. So it's on you. Make it good, okay? Don't let us down. You know how it goes. After this, we're going to take our one and only break of the night, but we'll be right back.
Where it began, oh, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed it come along? Let's see some hands. Hands. I think you can touch, right? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never won, but now I look at this night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I heard the hurting rolls off my shoulder, how can I hurt when I'm holding you? Whoa. I can't touch a little bit. Touching one, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Let's go! Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never won. Y'all ready to get really loud with us tonight? All right, bring that kind of energy going forward. Let's go. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined, come on, to believe they never won. All right, as loud as you've got, let's go. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe
right, friends, like I said, we're going to take our one and only break tonight. We'll be back in a few minutes. Go compose yourselves. We'll see you in a minute.
Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gonna tell. Oh, they don't know. Gonna tell. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon.